Have you ever wondered which places in the UK have the highest crime rates? Well, thanks to official data compiled by Get Licensed using Home Office statistics, we've got the answers, and trust me, a few of these might surprise you. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most dangerous places to live in the UK, based on real numbers, not rumours. We'll look at crime rates, antisocial behaviour and reoffending rates, all while keeping it light. Before we start, don't forget to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up and comment your city below. Let's see if you made the list. Now, a quick note before we begin. This list doesn't mean these cities are bad places to live. It just means they have higher reported crime per 1,000 people. Sometimes that's because they're busy, tourist heavy or have a dense nightlife areas. Think of this as information, not judgment. Every city has its great and not so great corners. Starting off our list at number 10, Manchester, with an annual crime rate of 152 crimes per 1,000 people. Manchester's no stranger to urban challenges. Its crime severity score sits at 34.7 with a safety score of 3.2 out of 10. Interestingly, crime here has actually dropped by 8.4% year on year, so it's heading in the right direction. Most issues? Theft, antisocial behaviour and public order offences, mainly in nightlife districts and transport hubs. Still, it's one of the UK's most vibrant cities with a strong community spirit and incredible regeneration. Coming in at number 9 is Leicester. Leicester recorded 117.6 crimes per 1,000 people, with a safety score of just 3 out of 10. Crime is actually down by more than 6% this year, which is a big positive. Common issues include shoplifting and antisocial behaviour, particularly around the city centre. Fun fact, Leicester also ranks fairly low for CCTV coverage, with only 45 cameras per 100,000 people, so lack of visibility might play a role in those numbers. In at 8th place, Newcastle upon Tyne. Geordie pride, a great night out and 116 crimes per 1,000 people. The good news? Crime here is actually down nearly 5% year on year. Newcastle's reoffending rate sits at 32.6% with a safety score of 3 out of 10. Most incidents involve antisocial behaviour, about 2.5 cases per 1,000 people each month, mainly around nightlife zones. Still, Newcastle ranks better than many for safety perception. The locals here tend to feel pretty secure. Now, coming in at joint 6th place in our list is Middlesbrough and Blackpool. Two very different towns with similar numbers. Middlesbrough has 158 crimes per 1,000 people and a crime severity score of 35.1 and a relatively high reoffending rate of 39.6%, one of the highest that's actually on the list. That said, total crime is actually down 5% from last year. The area sees more issues with vandalism and antisocial behaviour, around 3.2 cases per 1,000 people each month. Middlesbrough is also well covered with CCTV, 497 cameras per 100,000 residents, so there is solid visibility for policing. Blackpool, on the other hand, records 154 crimes per 1,000 people, with a crime severity score of 29.5 and a safety score of 2.9 out of 10. But here's a twist. Blackpool actually has 856 CCTV cameras per 100,000 people. That's one of the highest in the UK. So while crime happens, there's also excellent coverage. The biggest issue here? Antisocial behaviour. Nearly 6 incidents per 1,000 residents each month, much of it linked to tourism and nightlife. At number 5 on our list is Bristol. Bristol reports 132 crimes per 1,000 people, with crime up 9.4% year on year. The city's crime severity score is 18.7 and its safety score sits at 2.68 out of 10. Despite that rise, most incidents are of low severity, things like theft and antisocial behaviour, which explains the relatively modest severity score. Bristol's a busy city with students, nightlife and a big cycling community, so theft and antisocial behaviour make up a large share of incidents. Still, it's an innovative, vibrant place that's heavily investing in public safety tech and has 64 CCTV cameras per 100,000 residents. At number 4 on our list is Westminster, London's political and tourist heart, with a huge 423 crimes per 1,000 people. It's by far the highest raw number on the list. That's because Westminster's population is relatively small compared to the number of people passing through each day, so crime per resident appears higher than it really feels on the ground. Its crime severity score is 60.3, the highest of all, but reoffending sits below average at 24.9%. Crime in Westminster has actually fallen 5% year on year, thanks to strong policing and CCTV coverage. Most incidents here are pickpocketing, theft and public order, typical of busy urban hubs. We're about to enter the top 3 list now. Has your city appeared yet? If not, comment below which city you think is going to be number 1. In at third place on our list is Nottingham with 118 crimes per 1,000 people. Nottingham's overall safety index is 48.5 out of 100 with a safety score of 2.59 out of 10. Interestingly, crime here is down slightly by just over 2% and the city's reoffending rate is around 31.6%. Common issues here include burglary, antisocial behaviour and public disorder. Nottingham has about 87 CCTV cameras per 100,000 people, which isn't high on the list but might help deter a lot of potential incidents. And our runner-up on our list at number 2, Islington, with 141 crimes per 1,000 people. It's got a crime severity score of 25 and a miserly safety score of 1.88 out of 10. It's one of London's most densely populated areas. Crime here has increased by 8% year on year, mainly in theft and public order categories. Islington has about 79 CCTV cameras per 100,000 people, which is okay coverage for its compact layout. Locals often say you can walk through Islington safely, just keep an eye on your phone and bag. And number 1 on our list, did you guess it right? It's Camden. Camden tops the list with 195 crimes per 1,000 people and a crime severity score of 28.1. Reoffending sits at 30.7% and antisocial behaviour averages 4 cases per 1,000 people each month. Camden's crime is up 3.7% year on year, with the biggest categories being theft, public order and drug offences. So while Camden's crime severity score is lower than Westminster's, it tops the list because of its overall crime rate per person. Still, it's one of the UK's most diverse and culturally rich areas. The numbers tell one side of the story, but the community tells another. So there you have it, 10 places with some of the highest reported crime levels in the UK, each with its own story and context. But remember, higher crime rates don't always mean unsafe to live in. A lot of these cities are busy, vibrant places with millions of people going about their lives safely every day. The key takeaway? Well, if you're living in one of these cities, or frankly anywhere, be aware, not afraid. Lock your doors, stay alert in crowds and keep an eye on your surroundings. Simple habits like this go a long way. Now it's your turn. Did your city make the list? Comment below and let us know if the data matches your experience. And if you found this useful, hit like, subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll be doing a follow-up on the safest cities in the UK next. Until then, stay smart, stay safe and remember, awareness is the best form of security.